I'm Timothy Michael with Hollywood First Look Features, and I'm joined by my movie-obsessed friend, KIYRA LYNN.
Hi, guys!
Now, if you guys want a tense, heart-pounding thrill ride, you need to check out the film that we are reviewing today. It is called Alone, rated R. It was directed by Hyams, written by Mattias Olsson. It stars Jules Willcox playing Jessica, who is a recently widowed traveler in the Pacific Northwest who is kidnapped by a killer played by Marc Menchaca. She is forced to battle against the elements of the wilderness as her pursuer closes in on her. A nail-biting film, and I'm very excited to talk about it. KIYRA, first off, what did you think of the direction that Hyams gave the film?
He's a very well-crafted technical filmmaker. He did these shots where it would go into focus and then out of focus, and into focus and out of focus. And that really helped with what he was layering on with the suspense. This film was very Alfred Hitchcockian, for me to, if I could compare it with anything.
I agree with you. I feel like Hyams really knew how to draw the attention of the viewer and then escalate it, but then keep it moving so that it wasn't like a slow film. I mean, with his camera direction and his camera angles, it really put the viewer in this very tense moment, and then it's a thriller. You want to be in these like tense situations you want to feel like you are there with the actors who are in the scene, and he does that beautifully. Let's talk about the writing. Mattias Olsson, screenplay based off of his 2011 Swedish film called Gone. I think that the writing really played off of the direction, and it was a seamless way to go through the movie. I feel like it was never this, oh, I feel like this is a slow movie or something's not happening. There was always something happening, and there wasn't much dialogue, but I appreciate that in a thriller because you want to have those, once again, empty spaces, just like with sound. You don't want all of this dialogue, you don't want all of this sound, because you want to feel this quietness, this desolation, this emptiness. And I think that it really added to the movie being a thriller.
The writing collaborated not only with the performances and John's direction. It didn't need any more than what was given to you. I would be very interested in watching the original film and doing a comparison. But since we're only talking about Alone, we'll just do it Alone. Let's talk about the performances. I think Marc Menchaca's mustache was its own character. I mean, he plays creepy really well. I don't know if anybody's familiar with his work on The Ozark, but he was really creepy in that, and he is especially creepy with that mustache in this film.
He clearly has a type. I completely agree with you. He plays this serial killer, creepy stalker character very well. I mean, there's a monologue in the scene when Jessica is hiding, and here, you know the scene that I'm talking about in the water, where she's hiding, and he's talking about, her coming out and, trying to find her. And it's this long monologue where I feel any actor would be privileged to do, because it was written so well. And that just goes back to the writing that Mattias Olsson accomplished with this film. But he really played it so well. And, Jules Willcox, who plays Jessica, I thought she did a really good job too. It's really easy for a female character in these types of films to play the woe is me, I'm just, trying to escape. But this film takes a different direction where she fights back, and it's everything. She does it very well.
She is so expressive in this movie. As you can see in the trailer, she's running from this man who is stalking her, chasing her, kidnapping her. And she just has this fear and this desperation that I could feel watching it at home. The look on her eyes, the deep breaths. She was very convincing. At no point did I think, I'm watching a woman playing a character. She was in it and extremely focused and very, not only beautiful, but very talented.
Did you like it, love it, or can we lose it?
You know what? I'm going to say that I liked it. There were definitely aspects of it that I did love. There was one point that I just kind of felt, and I don't want to give any spoilers, but I'm just going to say, spoiler alert, she's lost in the Pacific Northwest, and then somehow she stumbles upon the man that's been chasing her after all this time. I just couldn't find that believable. Like, you are lost in this vast forest, you know, you've gone through the elements, you've taken a swim in the river, and then you just keep running into the same guy. That's the only part for me, and obviously that has to do with the writing, that kept me from absolutely loving this film, because that was the part where I was like, I don't think that would have really happened.
I agree with you. I liked it as well. There were certain moments where I was screaming at the TV, like, why would you do that? Why would you do this instead of this? Also paired with what you said about, you know, you're literally lost in the wilderness and you keep running into the same guy. How is that believably possible? That did take me a little bit out of the film, but there were also moments where I go, why would you do that? Wouldn't it make more sense to do this? And that sometimes does take me out of a film. Other than that, I mean, once again, we have to give credit to, you know, Marc Menchaca and Jules Willcox, who played these brilliant characters and played off of each other really well, because they definitely keep you engaged in the scenes.
If I were to run into Marc Menchaca with those glasses and that mustache, I would be absolutely terrified. So the actors definitely did their job.
Alone, the nail-biting thriller, is out right now. Go check it out. I'm Timothy Michael.
I'm KIYRA LYNN.
We'll see you guys next time.